Hey everybody, Gregory here, and I made a video about a week ago giving you 5 reasons to buy the Oculus Quest 2. I must be like the biggest Oculus fanboy alive. Yeah, right. Did you really think I was just gonna stroke egos here without throwing some reality into this mix? Facebook would need to actually start paying me to get that. And I didn't see an Oculus Quest 2 review unit offer anywhere in my inbox. Trust me, they know where to find it. So today, we're going over 5 reasons why you should not buy an Oculus Quest 2. Number 5. It's too expensive. I'm getting the one that should be obvious out of the way, but if $299 is still outside of your budget, it is still outside of your budget. Believe it or not, there are actually quite a few people for whom $299 is still quite a bit of money to part with, and I can't just tell somebody to pick up something like an Oculus Quest 2 if they're in a position where this is the case. Figure out your financial situations first, people, then worry about pushing the VR medium forward. Number 4. Older headsets are available. This actually kind of ties into number 5, but you actually can find ways to get VR even more cheaply than an Oculus Quest 2 if you shop around and consider some compromises. The Oculus Quest 1, for example, is still a fine VR solution and gives you most of the benefits of the Quest 2 VR experience, likely at a lower price thanks to the Quest 2 killing its thunder. Likewise, with the PlayStation 5 coming around the corner, I know plenty of people who are selling off a bunch of their PS4 stuff in great bundles that could score you a PSVR in the mix for roughly Quest 2 prices. In addition, if you know you won't be using your VR device portably anytime soon, and don't mind the wires, used HTC Vives, Oculus Rifts, and Windows Mixed Reality headsets are still options for the budget conscious that will get you great VR experiences if you already have a gaming PC. Number 3. Controller tracking quality. Don't get me wrong, the inside-out tracking of the Oculus Quest and Rift S line of headsets is fairly solid, and was more than enough to get me to sell my triple sensor Rift setup in 2019. But it would be a lie to say that there aren't any worries with things like occlusion when it comes to the controller tracking with the current setup. When you've got Oculus executives discussing the possibility of having inside-out tracking on the controllers as well as the headsets in the future, you know there's still some improving left to be done. But you know what headsets already have inside-out tracking controllers that work pretty great? That's right, the HTC Vive and Valve Index. While different in methodology to the camera-based Oculus solution, lighthouse tracking can technically be regarded as a form of inside-out tracking depending on how you look at it for the controllers, which means that it's much more difficult for the controllers to be occluded by your body or furniture. So if you're in a position where price isn't the concern and you want better tracking, going for the PC VR setup with a Vive or Index solution is probably your best bet. This is a big reason why I'm actually still looking into getting a Valve Index right now, despite already having my Oculus Quest 2. Number 2. IPD. For all of the things that the Oculus Quest 2 improved, the one it unquestionably downgraded was the ability to adjust the interpupillary distance of the headset. The Oculus Quest 1 and many other popular VR headsets today have 2 displays that move alongside the lenses with millimeter adjustable control via sliders to handle the potential clarity ruining issue that is the variances between people's interpupillary distances. The Oculus Quest 2, however, can't do this, as it only has 1 display, which means the only things that can move are the lenses, with software adjusting for the change in IPD. While better than the locked IPD of some of their older headsets, it isn't a perfect solution, as it's limited to only 3 set points of adjustment, doesn't cover a good amount of people outside of the range of those points, and, in my opinion, has a big issue with its widest IPD setting, actually getting cut off at the edges of the single panel. This is a real issue, and I'd outright tell you to not buy an Oculus Quest 2 personally if you have an IPD greater than the second setting because of it. Still though, even with this kind of a hardware issue at hand, I'm pretty sure you all know what is awaiting you in the next one. Last, but definitely not least, number 1. Facebook. I don't want to tell you how to feel about the matter of privacy, information, or corporate entities. It's frankly going to be up to a broader movement of either society or people in a position of power far greater than my own to determine where the cards will fall on this matter. What can be said is simple. If you use an Oculus product, you are in some capacity condoning the past, present, and future use of your VR data by larger corporations. How you decide to feel about that is on you. For a lot of people, they don't really see how this is much worse at this point than what is already being siphoned by all of their other electronic platforms. They probably already have Facebook accounts, and in case you haven't noticed, say hello to YouTube algorithm Sama while you're here. While I personally don't trust any of the companies involved in tech at all, Facebook is particularly notorious for their data collection habits. So if you wish to avoid them at any cost, I can only recommend you stay away from them and their VR products. This could even include the games if you're very paranoid. Really though, I think that for most people watching this video, you can sum up this issue by just saying this. Don't buy an Oculus Quest 2 if you don't want a Facebook account. And that just about does it for this video. Be sure to rate, comment, share, and subscribe so the data YouTube algorithm Sama is getting from you lets them know that I'm being a dutiful servant. Before we end this off, I do want to give a quick special thank you to my patrons for helping to support this channel. Till next time, my fellow adventurers and dreamers, this has been Gregory, not logging out.